Right now, a new study finds brain injuries might be more common in younger athletes than previously thought. What parents need to know as they consider letting their kids play contact sports.
The first winds and rains from Hurricane Idalia are hitting the U.S. Gulf Coast. I'm Jason Allen in Crystal River, Florida, where the water could rise more than 7 feet above where it is right now.
And a new addition to the teacher's handbook at Monona Grove School District is rubbing some teachers the wrong way for good reason. That's all coming up right now at 10. Thanks for joining us. A new study on CTE says the brain injury might be more common than we thought, especially in amateur athletes.
How concerned should you be if you have kids playing contact sports? Armand Rahman sat down with a doctor to find out for you. Armand?
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte, he tells me the answer to that question is tough because even though the evidence is still coming in, this is the largest study to look at CTE in young people, and it shows that it can start very early.
What we haven't had before is a study that looks at individuals much younger and not nearly at the intensity level of professional sports.
The Boston researchers examined 152 donated brains of people who died between the ages of 13 and 29 years old because chronic traumatic encephalopathy can only be diagnosed with an autopsy. They found 41% of the donors were confirmed to have CTE.
Which then raises concerns about, what kind of risk are our kids at playing these sports? What kind of things do we need to do to try to make sure that we're protecting them from CTE?
UW Health Dr. Jeff Potoff says if you have kids who play football, soccer, or hockey, you should make sure they're using the most optimal equipment to reduce the force taken to their heads.
I think it's also making sure that the rules of the game are enforced in a way where we're not seeing unnecessary contact or head trauma.
CTE is like Alzheimer's and is associated with memory loss, confusion, and suicidal behavior. The youngest person diagnosed in the study was a 17-year-old football player. Dr. Potoff says the jury is still out on whether or not parents should pull their kids from contact sports.
It could be multifactorial. There could be other things at play that leads to the development of this.
Rather, you should talk with their pediatrician and weigh the risk with the many benefits of team sports. And if your child is recovering from a concussion and starts feeling better, wait until all symptoms are completely back to normal.
Don't let them suit up for that next game, even though they want to play really bad.
And the Boston study also includes what researchers think is the first American female athlete diagnosed with CTE.
Armand, thank you. Temperatures tonight are falling. Could actually be in the 40s by the time we all wake up.
But yet there's another big warm-up expected for the holiday weekend, believe it or not. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi is on the patio tonight to break down the first warn forecast. Gary?
Yeah, Charlotte, we're at that time of year where the temperatures can go up and down pretty quickly over a couple-day period. And when the air is dry, that even makes it a little more apparent. And that's what we'll be having for the rest of this week. As we take a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam, a little cloud cover early this morning, clear skies this afternoon, some cloud buildups this afternoon, and notice how those skies have cleared out. That coupled with light northeasterly winds are allowing temperatures to drop off. Right now, low temperatures are pretty much where they are at the current time, in the middle 60s. High temperature day, Madison 81, temperatures in the lower 80s from Madison westward. Closer to Lake Michigan, temperatures were generally in the 70s, although Milwaukee did hit the 80s. Right now, temperatures are in the middle 60s across much of southern Wisconsin, although Janesville is still holding out at 70 degrees. Here in Dane County, it's 62 in Waunakee, 64 in Sun Prairie, and 66 degrees in McFarland. Look for mostly clear skies tonight. Low temperature will drop to 49 degrees by morning. We'll see another chilly night tomorrow night, but then the temperatures will start to go up. We could be talking records by the weekend. I'll have more on that in the forecast in a few minutes.
And Gary's also watching what's happening down along the coast of Florida. Live look at Key West right now. This is, of course, the southernmost point in the lower 48, just getting hammered right now by Hurricane Idalia offshore. Idalia now a Category 2 hurricane, but is expected to continue to intensify before making landfall near Florida's panhandle by morning.
Right now, emergency officials are urging evacuations in many counties there. Jason Allen is on Florida's west coast showing us the last-minute efforts ahead of landfall.
As Idalia approaches Florida's west coast, the National Weather Service is warning of life-threatening storm surge, hurricane-force winds, flash flooding, and even tornadoes.
It's almost certainly going to make landfall in the state of Florida as a major hurricane.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis urged residents in evacuation areas against trying to ride out the storm, expected to make landfall Wednesday morning.
If you do choose to stay, in one of the evacuation zones, first responders will not be able to get you until after the storm has passed.
More than 24 counties have issued evacuation orders. On Tuesday, Southwest Florida began to feel the impact of the storm from the Keys up through the Fort Myers Beach area and beyond. Crews at the U.S. Coast Guard station in Clearwater prepared for search and rescue missions. As it tracks toward Florida, Idalia has been gaining strength, fueled by some of the hottest waters on Earth in the Gulf of Mexico, which scientists attribute to climate change.
So if we get 8, 10, 12-foot surge, you're talking water's going to just flood all of these buildings.
While barriers are being put up to protect hospitals from storm surge, patients are being moved out of some medical facilities. Another concern, emergency managers are bracing for large-scale power outages after the storm. Jason Allen, CBS News, Crystal River, Florida.
And some other images from around Florida tonight as Idalia gains strength and heads towards shore. This video is from Fort Myers, shot from the deck of a house that is currently being rebuilt after Hurricane Ian destroyed it. So you can only imagine how nervous the homeowners are there. And this is from just northwest of Fort Myers. Look at those dark clouds. That's actually the outer bands of Hurricane Idalia creating that apocalyptic like dark cloud cover over the water.
And there are already flooded roads in the Tampa metro area. This video coming from a St. Petersburg neighborhood. And as you can see, there's already quite a bit of standing water there in St. Pete. We're closely watching the storm. Stay with News 3 Now throughout the day, tomorrow as well, as Idalia makes landfall. Returning to Madison now, police arrested a teen early this morning who they say pepper sprayed and robbed a man while he was waiting at a McDonald's drive-thru on the city's south side. Officers were called to the McDonald's at the 2400 block of South Park Street. It was just before 12:40 last night. A man said that he was waiting in line when 3 people walked up to him. He said someone sprayed him, stole his phone, which he had been using as a translator. The man was able to track the phone to a home on Post Road and recognized a 15-year-old girl who was sitting on the porch. Police were called. The girl admitted to having the phone in her purse, and she was arrested.
New information tonight on that wild pursuit of a semi-tractor on I-94 last week. A criminal complaint alleges the driver, 47-year-old Michael Jones of St. Louis, stole the semi from his former employee shortly after being fired. We've also learned that Jones wasn't alone in that semi-cab. A woman with him during the chase told law enforcement he was flipping out and stole the vehicle while she was trying to get her belongings out of it. He apparently refused to stop and let her out. She at one point told 911 dispatchers she considered jumping from the moving truck. The pursuit lasted more than 50 miles in total, starting near Warren's and ending near Wisconsin Dells. Jones is in the Juneau County Jail tonight, charged with multiple crimes, including false imprisonment, recklessly endangering safety, and attempting to flee or elude an officer. Some minor damage for Lazy Jane's Cafe on Willie Street after a small electrical fire broke out in the building's rafters last night. Firefighters say they were called when a manager entered the building and it was filled with smoke. Upon arrival, firefighters found the fire in the ceiling on the second floor and put it out. Fortunately, the business was not open at the time and the damage was confined to a small area upstairs. So while repairs are underway, Lazy Jane's will be selling out of its bakery just 2 doors down from 7 to 10 each morning.
An early morning for teachers in the Monona Grove School District. They protested, calling on the district to reverse course on a change in their teachers' handbook. The union representing the teachers says a change in the handbook is the core of their concern here. News 3 Now obtained a copy of last year's handbook and the new one, with the changes essentially making it easier for the school district not to renew the contracts of teachers who were previously on probation. The union says they were not told about this change prior to it going into effect.
At a time when there's teacher shortages, it's really shocking that the school district would decide to make this kind of move. When we're trying to retain teachers and attract teachers, this is not the kind of language that you would want to do so.
The district tells us they believe this is a misunderstanding. They're confident the concerns brought forward can be resolved. The union says the changes to the teacher's handbook could cause some teachers to resign. According to the district website, right now there are 5 current full-time teacher openings in the Monona Grove School District. A new program is in place in Janesville, allowing middle and high school students to ride city buses for free. All students need to do is show their school ID cards when they get on the bus. The free rides aren't limited to trips to and from school or the library either. You can go anywhere within the transit system. The program officially begins on Friday. It's made possible through a partnership formed between Janesville Transit System and the School District of Janesville. A rural Wisconsin school district is getting an internet international edition as students return to school.
Lo Yuting comes from Taiwan and joins the school staff through a program made possible by the U.S. State Department. As part of the Teachers of Critical Languages program, she will teach Mandarin Chinese to high schoolers in Prairie du Sac at Sauk Prairie High School. She had been teaching English in Taiwan, but now she will teach her native language to high schoolers, the first program of its kind at the school. She's a week away from starting the new school year, and she's hoping to make a difference in the community there.
Walking the dog on the street, they will even smile and say hi to me. And I was, wow, feel so welcome. Even though I'm far away from my homeland, but now I feel more close to my own culture.
The staff at Sauk Prairie says the Teachers of Critical Languages program is 1 year long and is very competitive, with teachers coming to different schools from across America, from China, Taiwan, Morocco, and Egypt. Well, we are less than 2 days away from First Lady Jill Biden's visit to Madison. News 3 Now will bring you coverage of her stop in southern Wisconsin all day on Thursday.
And I'll be joined by reporters Catherine Merck and Will Keneally as we closely follow the First Lady's visit. Team coverage starts with News 3 Now this morning, goes through our early evening newscast that day, and of course, you can also watch our coverage throughout the day at channel3000.com. The writer's strike means there have been no new late-night TV episodes for months now, but there is a new way to hear your favorite hosts.
Still ahead at 10, 5 late-night hosts join forces for a special podcast. How you listening will help out of work late-night staffers. That's next.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Action! Get up to 60% off list prices on hundreds of items at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible deals. This awesome reclining sectional comes with a free recliner. Or this 5-piece dining set for $3.99. This soft gray sofa with a free matching chair, both for $4.88. How about a Lazy Boy recliner as low as $3.98? Plus new 24-month no-interest financing. Up to 60% off at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Do not miss this one.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Want a tighter, flatter tummy and the hottest deal of the year? Then check out new Ab EX from Sonobello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went in different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sonobello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy. I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
Schedule your free no-obligation consultation now and find out how to get your dream body on your budget with our best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com and get exclusive access to our employee-only pricing.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Priyanka Chopra Jonas kisses and tells.
I can't do slobbery kisses. So I was just so happy it was like familiar saliva. Everybody don't have a nick.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Late-night talk show hosts are joining forces to support the ongoing writers' strike by creating a podcast. Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, and John Oliver are launching a new limited podcast titled Strike Force 5 tomorrow. According to Spotify, the podcast will air once private chats between the late night host, who started meeting weekly in May after the WGA strike began. The series will have at least 12 episodes, and each host will serve as a rotating moderator discussing the complexities behind the continuing Hollywood strikes. Proceeds generated from the podcast will go to out-of-work staff from all the hosts' late-night shows. Strike Force 5 launches tomorrow and will be available on most major podcast platforms.
Calendar's about to flip to September, and if tradition holds, Apple is about to make another splash and unveil its new products for the coming year. The company sent out press invites earlier today for an event it'll hold in 2 weeks. Tech experts say Apple will likely reveal its new iPhone 15 and new iPhone 15 Pro. Those devices are expected to feature a longer-lasting battery, faster charging, and a better camera. Plus, Apple will offer customers more color choices. The company also expected to introduce newer versions of its Apple Watch and Apple Watch Ultra. From Apple iPhones to apples, the actual fruit, there still seems to be some truth to the old adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. The CDC says most Americans are not eating the recommended amounts of fruits and vegetables each day. However, according to a new large-scale study out today, when healthcare providers prescribe fruits and vegetables, well, their patients eat about 30% more produce each day. The participants received a produce prescription, and that included a monthly stipend to buy more produce from farmers markets and grocery stores, and food insecurity decreased by a third. The TSA is expecting this Labor Day weekend to be 11% busier than last year. 14 million people are likely to pass through airports between Friday and Wednesday, but don't think you're going to beat those crowds by heading out of town a day early. Thursday actually has the most flights scheduled of any day over the long weekend. The biggest monkey wrench this year is Hurricane Idalia. Tampa's airport is closed, and the storm could also bring treacherous travel conditions to other cities in the southeast. And speaking of Hurricane Idalia, Gary, you are closely watching that expected landfall for tomorrow morning as well.
Yeah, it's not going to affect us, but it's going to be a big story for the southeastern part of the country, including Florida. Let's start out by taking a look at the latest information on Idalia. Right now, it is a strong Category 2 hurricane. It's strengthened pretty rapidly today. Maximum sustained winds 110 miles an hour, gusts to 125 miles per hour, moving to the north at 18 miles per hour. So that keeps the strongest winds on the east side of the circulation. And notice the coastline of Florida. That allows the water to really pile up there, and the storm surge could be quite high. In fact, flood watches are in effect from basically south of Tampa all the way up through the Carolinas along the coast. And you can see there's also a storm surge warning, including Tampa Bay and pretty much along the entire coastline. Again, some areas here could pick up somewhere in the neighborhood of about a 7 to 8 foot storm surge. Storm surge watches down toward Fort Myers, and then up on the other side of Florida and into Georgia, a storm surge watch there as Idalia moves out into the Atlantic Ocean. Hurricane warnings remain in effect from just north of Fort Myers through Tampa and over to almost Panama City and into parts of southern Georgia. Tropical storm warnings outside of that, and a tropical storm watch even inland into parts of Georgia and south in North Carolina and along the North Carolina coast through Wilmington. The forecast path from Idalia takes it as a strong Category 3. Now, this is actually just updated information from the National Hurricane Center. So literally, I'm seeing this for the first time. It is calling for perhaps a Category 4 impact around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning with maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. The storm maintains hurricane strength as it pushes across Georgia and into South Carolina, and then becomes a strong tropical storm as it passes north of Charleston and heads back out into the Atlantic Ocean. 3 things you need to know around here. Cool weather through tomorrow night. Lows tonight and tomorrow night probably in the upper 40s. Highs tomorrow only in the lower 70s. But it'll be warm by Friday and Saturday with highs lower 80s on Friday and upper 80s on Saturday. And then record heat is possible from Sunday through Tuesday of next week. In fact, taking a look at Madison weather records, the record high temperature is certainly in jeopardy for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. These are the forecast highs, and you can see how close we are to the records. And even the overnight low temperatures could be close for records for warm overnight low temperatures, although the humidity levels will be down compared to the last heat wave that we had. So I'm not expecting the overnight low temperatures to be quite as high as they were earlier. The other thing we could use is rain. Over the last 7 days, you can see some spots have picked up, perhaps an inch of rain. Many areas, very little or no rain at all. You can see across the Midwest, we're in that dry zone. And take a look at the future track forecast for the next 10 days, calling for little or no rain across Wisconsin. So again, we could use some of the rain. A lot of times tropical weather systems bring in a fair amount of rain across the southeastern part of the country, but we're not going to see any of that. 72 for the high tomorrow, so mostly sunny. A cooler day than today. Planning your day across Dane County. 72 in Fitchburg, 72 in Wanakee, 71 in Belleville. Lots of sunshine for tomorrow across southern Wisconsin. 76 in La Crosse and 75 in Prairie du Chien, but closer to Lake Michigan. Milwaukee, Fond du Lac might not get out of the 60s for high temperatures tomorrow. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast. 77 Thursday and 83 Friday, and then the heat hits for the weekend. 88 Saturday, 92 Sunday. Humidity levels come up a bit. Look for a high of 93 on Labor Day and 92 on Tuesday. Then just a slight chance for a shower thunderstorm Tuesday night into Wednesday and Thursday, and even behind a cold front. Temperatures stay in the mid to upper 80s through the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, the Brewers' win streak is snapped in the Windy City. How an early run was all the Cubs needed. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Skip the wait. Get your kids' glasses made the same day, only at Stanton Optical.
America, come along with our adventure seekers, the Sanchez family, and discover summer with the Ford F-150. See how available features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist make backing up as easy as turning a knob. Watch as Pro Power on board lights up the night. And Ford Blue Cruise makes driving even more fun. During the final days, get FlexBuy on an F-150 and get 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,500 FlexBuy, $1,000 Trade Assist, and $500 low APR cash.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
I would have to hold my back as I got off the rug, but I didn't want to stop sitting on the floor because that's where I do most of my teaching. After I decided my pain was too much, I went to the doctor, and the doctor said it might be my feet. Suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. After I went to the Good Feet store, I realized that you don't have to live in constant pain. They took my pain away. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
We need to talk about Sono Bello.
We are getting rid of all of this today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello. One visit permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a two-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Now, with our Best Body Summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
At Stanton Optical, you get great value on eye care, including contacts. Right now, get a 1-year supply of AccuView Oasis and an eye exam for only $189. Scan now to book your eye exam. Yay, technology!
The Brewers and Cubs have faced each other 8 times this year, with the crew winning 5 of those games, and the biggest might have been last night's win. The victory moved Milwaukee 5 games up on Chicago in the NL Central standings. Bottom of the first in Game 2, Cody Bellinger grounds out to first, but he does his job bringing in a run, and that would be the only one. Brewers fall 1-0 the final. Per usual, Wisconsin's outside linebacker room is packed with talent. You have names like Daryl Peterson, C.J. Getz, transfer Jeff Petrowski, and then T.J. Bowlers, a Badger who hopes to bring the noise on the field just like he does off of it. TJ Bowlers has always felt the beat.
I've always really enjoyed music. Like, for as long as I can remember, I've loved listening to music and like trying to just like find new music and like old music.
But he doesn't just turn up the volume when he hears something he likes.
You know, I can just sit down for hours and do this stuff.
TJ DJs.
I started off DJing probably when I was around like middle school age. My family had this game, it was called DJ Hero. And it was just like this Xbox 360 game, and it came with like a single turntable and some buttons.
And as soon as he started spinning in Madison,
freshman year of college, that's when I started to get like back into it, and I brought my my turntables up and was just doing it like for fun, just like as a hobby whenever I had free time.
He officially became DJ TJ.
No one else in my family really had DJed before, had any sort of experience in DJing. So when we got like the first turntables that I had, like that was really just like me.
Now, whenever he's free,
since I've actually put like the time into it, you know, and practice and stuff, that it's really kind of like taken off, and I feel like my skills have gotten a lot better.
He's dropping the beat.
I have a lot of fun doing this and making music and creating remixes and stuff like that. So if it could turn into a job, then 100%, I'd totally take it. But, you know, if not, then it would still just be a fun hobby.
And sharing his love of music while he's in the mix. And don't forget to tune into our brand new show, Wisconsin Huddle, Friday nights at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. And you can also watch next week's taping live with co-host Braylon Allen on Tuesday at Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie at 6:30. Jonathan Taylor is still a Colt, at least for now. Indianapolis didn't trade the former Badger after not finding a fair value offer in their eyes for the All-Pro running back. Now, because no deal was done, Taylor will remain on the physically unable to perform list and miss the first 4 games of the season. Kelly Sheffield loves nothing more than to challenge his team in the non-conference to get them ready for what's to come in the Big Ten. The first test, the Badgers passed with flying colors, picking up 2 wins in the Big Ten Big 12 Challenge. Up next, a different kind of schedule. 2 road matches against the same team, 21st ranked Arkansas, on back-to-back nights.
Kind of prefer the way that we have it right now, but it is interesting watching 2 teams, the exact same team, and going back and making some adjustments and seeing if you're able to make those adjustments from one night to the next. So it's just a different challenge.
And we're back after this.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Check out our lighting showroom and update your home's exterior. Patriot Lighting is available in so many unique styles and finishes, you're sure to find a look that's right for you. With more than 300 stock lights priced under $100. Pick up this Treehouse Outdoor Wall Light for $21.97 after 11% rebate. Visit our lighting showroom or check out all our lighting options on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Make the most of summer with a new Toyota.
We want the gray Tacoma.
Gray Tacoma coming in hot.
On it! Highlander Hybrid.
Highlander Hybrid on the double hay.
Here we go. That red RAV4.
Run a red RAV4.
Hit the deck.
Now that's how you holler.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, BZ4X, Highlander, or Tacoma. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Come in today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Wish you had help getting things done.
Same.
So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-803-4999 or visit Spectrum.com today.
This is the all-new Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers, or blasting the air conditioning. Because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body. So the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long.
Save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
The Final Drive high school football coverage, Fridays at 10.
Well, if you like everything bagels, how would you like that taste on a Pringle? Pringles, introducing a limited edition Pringles Everything Bagel. The crisp has flavor notes of sesame and poppy seeds, followed by hints of cream cheese blended with toasted onion and garlic. It's a morning bagel in crisp form for any time, anywhere. Keep your eye out in grocery store aisles, as they should be hitting shelves yet this week. That sounds like it was like written by an ad guy.
Or you can just get the
Aaron
seasoning,
right there.
everything but the bagel.
Yeah.
And then put it straight in your mouth and you're set.
Pretty much.
I'll take the Pringles.
So tomorrow morning, we're thinking landfall of that hurricane, huh?
Yeah, it looks like right in the panhandle of Florida, so that could be a nasty storm there. But around here, it's just going to be chilly. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Camp. Skies are actually clear in Madison. Temperatures are still fairly mild, middle 60s right now. A few places out east starting to drop into the lower 60s. Here in Dane County, already down to 59 in Middleton and 60 in Cross Plains, 61 in Wanakee. Look for a low tonight of about 49, high tomorrow 72, so a chilly day. But take a look how those temperatures warm up from the lower 70s tomorrow to near record highs Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Well, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.